Yo, hello, peace, greetings, whatever you prefer, but I like what up, though. What's good, what up, what's happening, because I'm American, and I speak English. So this video is going to be about us, the Nagas. They call us nigger or negro, but we are American, and I have to, in my videos, connect our serpent culture globally, because we are not just in America, we are all over the world. So the African American, African, black, Afro, and Aboriginal people have their own culture separate from the Naga. We are our own people, and we have some similarities to the Africans, African Americans, and Afro people, Afro persons. You know, because if you see this woman right here to the left, she looks similar to any Negro woman in America. You can find in Chicago or down South Georgia. And these little children look like Negroes in America too, and possibly Africa. But these are Marina people. These are the Tanala people of Marina. So what I'm about to prove is, even though we look alike, we are not alike, because we think a certain type of way. We always believe we are supreme in genetics. We believe that we are supreme in physical capabilities, mental capabilities, psychic, spiritual. We believe we are better than everybody. We believe we the number one military on earth. We believe we the number one thinkers on earth. You know, we the Naga serpents. So I don't know what you are. You can claim what you want to claim, but you're not gonna steal what's ours. You know, you're not gonna take my culture and say it's your black culture. You're not gonna take my culture and say it's your Aboriginal culture. So today I have to show you what my culture is, and what you can do is discern and contrast the difference between us and those out there claiming to be Aboriginals and Africans and Afros and blacks and colors. So this is Hindustan, India. This is Raj and Hajj. Al Hajj. This is Noble Ali. I take that back. I can't pronounce his Arabic name right now. And this is India, Hindustan. People looking similar. They are called Moorish, and they global. And these people are responsible for the technology in math and geometry and algebra systems and astrology systems of mapping the stars in the sky. Noble Drew Ali is a Cherokee. He grew up with the Cherokees in America wearing the turban and the feather. You can find the turban and the feather with the Seminoles, Yamasee, and other groups all throughout the Americans. You can see that they wear the turban and the feather. You can see the brother to the right in Hindustan who wear the turban. And Sarasudin said he wants you to hate the turban. So we telling the Aboriginals of Dane Calloway that Indians are Moorish Americans in America. American Indians are falsely called American Indians, but are really Moorish Empire inhabitants and nationalists. So the Aborigines of Dane Calloway is wrong once again. So let's prove what my culture is in Chicago, because they claim we don't have a language. They think that we speak a white man language. We have to prove the African Pan-Africans wrong, because they believe English is a Pan-African language. So today we're going to debunk the Africans and the Aboriginals, starting with my information. They cannot be disputed or challenged by the Africans or Aborigines. That's why they avoid me at all costs. They must avoid me at all costs, because I don't play no games intellectually, scholarly, and militarily, and martial arts wise. I don't play those games. I'm not going to lose. I'm all American. So this is one of the empresses up in Illinois, up in America. And she part of the Washita, and she wear the fez like the Muslims. So we have the fez in America. We have the turban in America, proving that Islam is all in America. But we have the Aboriginals of Dane Calloway saying that the Americans, Indians, is not Moorish or Islam. So we have Ratu Tanor, Visawaka. We have Taragana Vanavalu Nibwa. This is the Pacific Ocean people that the Aboriginals don't want to claim. They just think they in America by themselves. They don't think these type of Aboriginal Melanesians is in America, in California, and Washington. These people is in America. They been in America. They in Hawaii. They up. But, you know, the cracker is going to hide them like how they hide us by calling us African American. If they calling us African Americans, what make you think they not gonna hide this brother wearing the turban in the Pacific Ocean with his own boats? He has his own sailboats. So we gonna do the rundown on the information and beat it in their heads. This is Marina Kingdom of fez wearing Hova Madagascar people in Madagascar burning Christians alive. They have the fez on. So you see the fez in America, you see the fez in Marina Kingdom. This is Marina Kingdom leader Rana Valona, Princess Rana Valona, and she is responsible for killing Christians and burning them alive. Even though they look like her, she still burned them, and she hanged them off a cliff and chopped them down and let them just drop down tied up. She was messing them up. This is Rana Valona, and this is the people she come from. You see how they look like. So this is the Marina Kingdom, and they have the boats. They have the sailboats where they can go where they want to go. They wear the fez, but the Aboriginals' job, their leaders, of course, you have to know that if the government is going to infiltrate the black extremist movements, if they're going to infiltrate the Moorish Science Temple of America, if they're going to infiltrate the Nation of Islam, if they're going to infiltrate Christianity, what make you think they're not going to infiltrate the Aboriginal movement? So the Aboriginal movement, notice, all of them have the common thing of not claiming to be Moors. You understand? I don't care what group is hot on the internet, whether it be African group, some telltale Muslim group, they all have this thing with hiding Noble Drew Ali and the Moors. So we have the Marina Kingdom fez wearing people with guns fighting back, wearing fezes in the Marina Kingdom, the Tanala Marina, right here looking like our people, but we can't claim them because you can only claim Africa. But I'm claiming my people. I'm claiming my people. Sisters like this walking around in America right now, but over in the Marina Kingdom on their island, they still got their culture. She is Marina. She looking just like us. Now this is Indian people. I have blockbuster information. I'm about to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all who Jabari Osaze them is stealing from. They are stealing from the Mayats. They always saying Mayat and Kemet. Kemayat. You know what I'm saying? Cambodia. They saying Kemayat. They saying Scotia, Nova Scotia. They saying Kemet in Egypt. I'm about to show you the source and origin for that and prove to you that Jabari Osaze and Kemet is not a religious group. They are frauds and retards. Kemet is a queen. It's an all-ruler woman. Scotia is an all-ruler woman. Egypt is an all-ruler woman. So we have the Nagas. We have the Lady Serpent, Our Lady of the Holy Cobra. So we have the Cobra, the King Cobra, the number one snakes out of all of the snake clans all over the world. You understand? So we not dealing with no Egyptians. Them is just names of particular people and cultures. So we not Egyptian. We not Kemetic. Kemetic is a queen named Tuya. Tuya is all fake. The Egyptian fake. The Aboriginals are just waking up 2 years ago, so they clearly don't know real history and real heritage. So we have the map makers of the Babylon, so-called Sumerian. Sumerian has the oldest, not map, but astrological chart for the zodiac. So over there in that realm, we have the Meccans. The Meccans come from the Sumerians. Over here, we have the Mayan and the Olmecans. The Olmec, they have the long count calendar, and the Mayans in America has the most accurate calendar on the planet. The so-called ancient Egyptian Sumerian people, or the Assyrians, Tamil, Naga people, the Nagas, they have the off a little bit calendar. They calendar not like ours, but theirs is more advanced over there. So we dealing with Nagas. We not dealing with no Egyptians and no Kemet. They are liars. We dealing with a snake people. Okay. So you see the wonderful temples in India. You see the so-called Buddha, enlightened one, visiting the people in India. So these are not slaves. He even have a spear in his hand. He has a stick in the spear. Nobody is going to let a slave have a stick in the spear in their hand. So we have the Buddha in India. We're going to prove that civilization come from America. And English is an American language. Latin is an American language. Okay? So let's get this right. When we speak in English, we are speaking our language. And that's what I'm going to prove today. in Canadian history from 1688 to the 1720s when the British Empire first came into prolonged trade contact with the Western Cree and Blackfoot. So Canadian Kannada is the Tamil. The Tamil Nadu Nagas, snake people, are Indians who already populated the world during the Gondwana theory when the earth was connected. You can look at the Gondwana land theory. So I can prove my Indian, West Indies, East Indians connection. Gondwana land theory. Okay. Images. So, according to Gondwana, we see South America, Africa, Antarctica, and we see Laurasia. So, we see a different theory of our lands being interconnected and easily accessible. So, Gondwana. Now, we have the Indian snake cultures globally, and we have serpent symbolism globally. Right in America, we have the snake ceremonies. Right in Africa, we have the snake ceremonies. In Asia, we have the snake ceremonies. So the snake clan is a well-known warrior clan and spiritual clan. Their role is one of the strength and power, and this is reflected in each of the distinct types of dances they conduct and oversee. This is the snake clan in America. So they have a snake clan for a reason, because they are a global people. They not just doing this by accident. You understand? So we have the Ethiopian snake dance, and we can connect these people, the Amira, globally. We can connect the Amhara, Amara globally. So I'm connecting the snake people, the Naga people. You see how they wrap their hair with the turban? This is not a coincidence. You see it all over the planet. You see the similarities with our people. Light-skinned people with froze, wrapped up. So whether they call it Ethiopia or not, some of these people is our people. But we are now divided. Snake hunters from India. As you can see, he looked like us. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty before I finish off this video. We see Jadrosia and Arakosia. Now, the Kosia are the Khoisan. We are dealing with the South African Khoisan. So we have the Khoi with the Asiatic eyes that they always showing you. Let's look at the Khoisan. Khoisan people. Images. So we see the different features in the Khoisan. The Khoi of the South Africa people. So we see they look different and phenotypically than the average African that they attempt to show you all the time. They don't show you the different ethnic groups. They only show you one type of African, dominant African. So we have the Khoisan. Now, let's look at the Barbaricum. You see the Barbaricum? Now let's go look at the Berber population. Berber population. Images. Okay, you see how they wrapped up. Typical wear. I'm sure these probably the slave people. Let's look at him. A Berber, European. Let's find more. Berber, Islamic, Tuareg. Berber. They do a good job of hiding the dark-skinned Berbers. Okay. So we have these so-called Berbers. I'm sure there's some white people everywhere on earth. So we see the Berbers, Amazite. Clearly we see what they look like, how they differentiate the Berber. So we see the Berber. The reason why I'm showing this is because through invasion, these Indians went to somewhere called Azania. So we have the Kushan Empire, where we like to talk about the Kush people. So we know Kashgar, Pamir, Marrakush, Kashmir is Kush people. black people who are now pushed out of here into Africa. So the Ethiopian Hindu Kush connection is the Asiatic meeting the Nubian black connection. All of this was Moors or black at one time. So what I'm saying is Barbar and kosher people was pushed out of here due to racism. And they was pushed through Arabia. They was pushed through Africa, fleeing on these oceans away from invasion. So this is where you get your Berber from. This is where you get your Quechua and there's other groups around here that migrated from India into Africa, like the Igupta. So it's a lot of line going on, and y'all got to get to the bottom of this. We have the Tamil Brahmi script in Egypt. We have the India Al Morocco connection. We have the Empress Moorish connection. So we have a lot of explaining to do. We have a lot of explaining to do. And we have a lot of lying ass Africans. We got a lot of ignorant ass Aboriginals. So we might not get to the bottom of this. So what I'm going to do is prove the English connection to America, the Hebrew connection, the Moabite connection, the Tamil Naga connection, the Kannada connection on my next video, the Nagamaya connection, to prove that Indians are Moors. And I don't know what the hell the Aboriginals is. They could be whatever they want to be, but they can't take our Latin culture. But I have proof that the Moors or the so-called black people that speak English is speaking that ancient language. English is an ancient language. And that's what I'm going to do with these next videos, to shut up the Pan-Africans. We have ancient Asiatic right in North America. There's no reason to have Asiatic writing in America if the Polynesian, Melanesian type didn't come here, because that's all the Asiatics are, the Australoids, the Australoid Aboriginals. So we got the proof. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and prove. Okay, let's go to Done Solutions. Maybe it's in here. And I can shut this video down. So we have multiple alleles. In the third allele, serum haploglobin in the American Negro, shutting down Jabari Osaze for genetics and dominance in genetics. And when will India give Tamil Nadu back to America? Okay. So we have Queen Kemet. Okay, with translation. Now I have to. We have the fez wearing Garveyites. We have the Black Power people, Sarasut and Seti, and the rest of these clowns, talking about Drew Ali and the Moors as imposters. And they wasn't a part of Marcus Garvey and his universal Negro movement and belief of a unified you melanin front. Here's proof that Garvey even wear fezes. So, Carlos Cook's Garveyite with the fezes on. So, we have a lot of retarded agents out here throwing y'all off. Now, let me get to this proof. We have Indianola, which was allegedly in honor of an Indian princess named Ola. Minnie M. Cox was appointed postmaster of Indianola, becoming the first black female. So, Indian and black is synonymous. We have list of English words that is similar to Sanskrit. So you can look it up yourself. But I'm linking English to Sanskrit. And I already linked Sanskrit to Rongo Rongo. So we have Rongo Rongo in Sanskrit, which is Tamil. The origin of it is Tamil. So we have Tamil being spoken in America. We have nations named after Tamil people. So it might be in Nagamore. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. We have the Mickey Cobra nations of Chicago. As you can see, their allies are Almighty Vice Lord Nation, Almighty Black Peastone Nation, People Nation, part of the People Nations of Chicago, Illinois. We have Peru and ancient Egypt with similarities. And we have a lot of goddamn lying-ass Aboriginals just trying to take the Moorish aspect away. You know what I'm saying? This is a Marathi man of India, looking just like one of us. One of the goofy Aboriginals on here got a gap in their teeth just like this. We have the Indian Nagas looking just like us with the lips poked out. You see the bottom lip? When they try to tell you the Olmecs ain't our people, that's a goddamn lie. If I had enough time, I'll cover that. We have the Bay with a gun in his hand. Why they hating on the Moors? Did the Aboriginals invent the gun? No, they didn't. The Moors did. Stop hating. Okay, we have African Fulani with turban and feather on debunking dumbass Sarah Sudenseti. And we have the Marathi people fighting with their turbans on. Brown skinned people. That's Marathi. We have the oldest rock painting for sea sailings in the Pacific Ocean. We have the archaeological proof. We have the Marathi Empire. We have Hova Hebrew people of Madagascar proving they exist. And we have the English marrying into the India about to start killing the little Moorish children, hiding their essence. None of the Aboriginals that follow Dane Calloway wear a turban. None of them claim Islam. They all some country ass fucking niggas that's trying to say we not Islam or we not Moors. But civilization wise, we are Islam, we are Moors. They not with civilization. They did nothing to innovate civilization. They nothing but some food stamp having thirsty money hungry ass niggas. And we have the cracker who is a goddamn albino from India. An outcast. He's a fucking albino. So we on top of all these niggas. And as you can see, we have the mirror of Canada. We see what the Chippewa. We see what the Chippewa look like in Canada with the fro. Smokey Robinson looking Indian in the back. Now, the icing on the cake, we need to prove that those Indians in Canada and America, that Kannada people, is a Tamil language. And if I prove Tamil and Kannada is connected, that means my people, if Tamil and Kannada is connected, Canada, Tamil Nagas is Rungo Rungo. Now, the Yamasee Revolt of 1597 go to show you we've been here for a long time. Penelope, Chicago education. The Yamasee Revolt, look it up. This is the Central State Lunatic Asylum for Colored Insane, where people were admitted for not obeying Jim Crow laws. So, what we need to do is prove Kannada language and Canada is the same. So, I cannot find this information. I do not know. It should have been showed up by now. This actually sucks. Uncanny Ethiopian, North American Aboriginal. Let's see that. The first Barbary Wars. I was already here. I have no idea why I cannot find it. White colonial destruction. Okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna have to look it up right quick. Okay, let's do it. Kannada language. Okay, we have the Kannada language. Canada, America is named after this. And the Kannada people in India come from Dravidian language. There's no Dravidian language. Don't get it twisted. The Dravidian Indian people is in America, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Kerala, is stemming from Tamil. So I'm going to do another video on this because I got to end this. But this is Canada. Now let's look up Tamil in Canada. Tamil in Canada, America. I'm going to do a part 2 to this. Don't worry about it. But this is going to be like the prerequisite to the next video of showing you the Indian community in America. And I don't want to separate Negroes from Indians. They want to take the straight hair Indians and separate them from us. They've been doing it. And that's why you have the certain Indian type, phenotype, that is more acceptable. The fair skin. And they try to put all us together with the Africans. Even though Africans is our people, that's not our nationality. So we have Tamil in America. Even Sri Lanka. And this might be refugee or migrant. But what I want you to know is the language been speaking in Canada, in America, way before the new migrant straight hair people, goat hair people. So Tamil is Kannada. So you have Tamil Canadians and you have Kannada language, which is Tamil. It says it right here that it is it says that it is Tamil Nadu. And we know who Tamil Nadu is. It's the oldest language in the world. Let's do this. Tamil is oldest language. That's why they saying y'all Indians, and now they trying to say you Africans, but that's gonna backfire too, because the Indians actually went into Africa with Tamil. So I already went through this in another video. Is Tamil the oldest language in the world? Yes, Tamil is the world's first language. And this is PhD linguistics from SUNY at Buffalo, Tom Graves. So you have to argue with linguistics experts, people who have PhDs, not African American Kemet religion, Jabari Osaze. Tamil is the world's first language. Now let's see what Rongo is. Where is Rongo script? Rongo script. Okay, Rongo is a system of glyph discovered in the 19th century on Easter Island. Who is the Easter Island? Easter Island heads. Okay, you see the Moy heads? You see this culture right here? This same culture can be found in Florida, America. Native Americans in Florida, America wear this same attire on their heads in America. They're hiding it in plain day. So they even have some of these Moy statues with braids in their heads. So this is where the Moors come from, not no goddamn Africa. This is Eastern Island, and they speak Rongo. They are seafaring men who was able to put these statues 1,000 miles away from any continent. They was able to transport these statues and build them on this island and sit these things on their heads. So Rongo was from America because it come from Tamil. So I can at least prove that before I shut the video out. Sanskrit and Rongo. So I just proved Kannada, America is connected to Tamil. If you need more proof, I'm going to show you. Yes, I did mean that. How to explain similarities between the writings found on Easter Islands and the ones found in the Indus Valley, 20,000 miles away. Because our people were seafaring men that can travel. So this debunks out of Africa. This debunks African has the first similarities. The first civilization. This debunks Africa has the long calendar map, which the Mayan Americas does. Who has the oldest maps? Who has the oldest, not map, but zodiac? Who has the oldest calendar? which is the oldest calendar. So, we proving that out of Africa is a lie. Right now, right before your face. What was this for? What was even the purpose of this? We have the Hindu calendar. We have the Mayans and the Aztecs had their own calendars. So let's get out of here. That's not very informative. Okay, let's go to the Smithsonian site. Research at 4,200-year-old temple in Peru yields clues to an ancient people who have clocked the heavens. So we're not even done researching, but as of right now, we're back with the Peru Aymara Bolivia people. I already showed y'all what they look like, and they have mummies. So they're going to show you the fake mummies and the white mummies all day long to throw you off, because they don't want you knowing that these was your people building down here in South America off the Pacific Ocean. The same people I'm showing you. So we have another belief with the Smithsonian, not Jabari Osaze and Pan Africa. They can claim Egyptian pyramids. I mean, calendar is the oldest, but we know the Egyptians got theirs from the Sumerians. So, English is connected to Sanskrit. English similarity to Sanskrit. So all our Creole languages and our Latin languages and our so-called Phoenician languages is all Hindu, Gondwana, Gandhi people. The Sanskrit language and Latin all comes from it. We are the perfecters of it. We rap. We created rap, hip-hop, so we are the best linguists on earth. So our form of English and Spanish we speak in America is actually ancient. It's like listening to ancient people rap and do reggaeton and reggae and other salsa dance music. You actually looking at history and you're not even paying attention. So Latin and English derives from Sanskrit. There's no way around it. And what I'm saying is the number one speakers of the Tamil Rongo script is Canadian Americans, who I just showed y'all with the afro on the picture. I connected Canadian. I connected Drew Ali with the Indian Hindustan, proving they was trading with each other. What more do you want? I'm going to do a video part 2 about the English language. The oldest calendar on earth is in America, not Africa. That means the most advanced people of mapping was in America, not Africa. The number one civilization over there was Sumeria, and Sumerians are Nagars from India. The first people to build tall buildings are from Sumeria, and they come from America. The number one people to use boats is in the Pacific Ocean, called so-called Australoids and Melanesians and Vanuatu Bao and San Juan Islands. So, I'm number one at this research, and I appreciate y'all. So, Chief of Rewa. My research is just too advanced. It's just too advanced. So, to you idiot Aborigine nut holders, you idiot Dane Calloway followers, I don't have to respect you because you idiots, you don't listen. You see the pick in his head. This is the Vendovi chief of Rewa, Washington, America, where Portland is, where California is, off that coast, and he was one of the chiefs over there holding it down, going to war with America, looking like us. This is an Islamic man. I can prove nothing but Islamic people was over here, and Moors was in California. The Caliphate. California is named after Islamic Caliphate. You don't know what you talking about, you dumb, and I'm going to shit on you Aboriginals if you keep playing. You know, you can thumbs down my video if you want, but the truth is the truth. I plan on destroying your feelings. I don't care about your feelings, Aborigines. So the Pan-Africans is no match for me. The Aborigines just woke up 2 years ago. They need to shut the hell up. And Moors out here being passionate about this information. Don't jump on the bandwagon when Chicago folks and people nations come through here like the tornado and shake this shit up. So, we see the so-called cannibal chief in 1833, not 1500, 1400. In 1800s, he captured a ship and he beheaded some Europeans. United States Sea people who was illegally on his land, right here in America. And he actually showed them where Antarctica was. So if he knew where Antarctica was, that means he was an awesome ass man. That means he can go anywhere. So the hell with Pan-Africa, Jabari Osaze, Brother Garfield, Brother Larry, Brother whoever the fuck on Sonata. You niggas is no match for my research. And the part 2 is about to come. So, I close out this video. How I greeted you with peace, my Israel's elites. My Moors, my majority. You know, I leave y'all with peace like I greeted you. And the idiots, we just gonna keep exposing y'all. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings, but you don't listen. You don't listen, so that's on you. Because Chicago never was a slavery town. We never was enslaved. We are part of the Confederacy. We are folks nation and people's nation. We have our own nationalities. We have our own beliefs. We are folks nations. We are people's nations. We stem from the Moors. We are in this area in Creek, Muskogee, Georgia. And you have a lot of goofy ass Aborigines out here talking about we not Moorish. You not Indian, nigga. You not American. Because we almighty nation, nigga. And you have me, who's not playing no goddamn games with none of y'all. So you need to step your research up. You know, and watch what you talking about if you don't know what you talking about. Okay, because this my little brother baby. And she don't look like no goddamn African. You know what I'm saying? The African babies don't come out looking like that. So, you know, and we ain't mixed. And if we is mixed, you know, that's on us. We are who we are. If we are mixed, because you see how we come out. Me, my boy, my first cousin, my little cousin, like a nephew. So, you know, you got us to refer to when you run into idiots who don't know what they talking about. We will straighten them out. You know, one love. And I will be dropping the video about the English connection to Canada and Tamil. I'm number one at research, and y'all need to give me my props. You know, I know y'all don't want to because you hate people. You know who got an ego. Sorry, I got an ego. Sorry that I think I'm all that for exposing all of this information. But Chicago, we're number one. You know, we don't really take the back seat. And, you know, we can't let y'all take this Aborigine movement and let it be infiltrated. Because that's what y'all do. Y'all do stupid shit. So, what we have to do as Chicagoans is show y'all how to lead without being infiltrated. So, all I can tell you is look us up. Because we are Moorish. We definitely dealing with the Israel's elites and the sun cultures and the snake cultures. And these Aborigines getting on this internet is getting on my nerves. So, I can't tell them they not Americans. All I can do is call them idiots. But Chicago people and folks nations, we've been doing this longer than y'all because we founded our own town. We're not slaves. You know we're not slaves, brother, because Jean-Baptiste du Sable helped us found it. So, he married a Native American woman because he's Native American. And our blood is forever tied. And you can't take that away from us, Pan-Africa. Aborigines that's following Dane Calloway, you better do your research because you're going to get embarrassed. We are Moorish. Drew Ali is a prophet. Respect the Moorish American movement, Latin culture, because if you don't claim us, we're not going to claim you, and you're not going to win. So, big ups to Chicago, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Carolina, Florida. Big ups to Belize. Big ups to Mexico. Big ups to Canada, man. Hawaii. We love America. You know, big up to Africans that respect us and what we're doing over here. You know, respect to everybody who love our culture and got nothing but positive things to say about us. And we're moving forward from idiots. People who cannot teach and research. We have no time to waste with them. Refer to us, Israel's elite, Chicago supremacy. Chicago is the new Mecca, said Noble Drew Ali. So it's only fair that Ra's elite, Allah, in man, shall be the leader. So thank you all. Thanks for tuning in. That new video was coming right after this. Stay tuned because we will be exposing idiots and we will be getting these goddamn Pan-African agents off the internet once and for all so we can enjoy America for Americans. And my indigenous family, peace. And have a great weekend.